Okay.
I also might post this on my channel,
Oh, gotcha.
depending on how it goes.
No problem. All right. Are you excited? Are you hyped? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm fucking ready.
Okay. I just have
A
questions.
few questions. Yeah.
So, I listened to the video of you debating Shaylin on Ever Feelings, of you talking to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It is girlfriend, right? It's not
Just
fiance or...
girlfriend.
Okay, gotcha.
Not yet.
Not yet. And
I could propose to her right now on stream. Wouldn't that be romantic?
maybe
As I defend my abusive behavior.
the that would be a good love bomb. The most effective.
It
That's how I
would.
got married to fucking Melina. We had a huge fight. I was like, "Fuck, this bitch is about to run out on me." And I was like, "Melina, I love you. Marry me." And she was like, "Ah, okay."
Nice.
Yeah, that didn't actually happen. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna save this for
Yeah, you want
whenever
to say that
later.
for a big fight.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically, I don't have these organized by topic at all. It was just kind of like things that I was writing down as the video was going. So I'm kind of doing a order and time and not necessarily by topic. All right.
Okay.
Um,
You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about.
for which thing?
The whole thing.
I do, but I know what she's
Okay.
talking about too. I don't know if you know what
Well,
she's
sure.
talking about. We'll see. We'll get there.
Okay.
For some things, I'm just kind of curious.
Okay.
Normally with people, I would caveat a bunch, but I don't think I need to with you. I think, yeah. None of these are like attacking questions. I'm just like curious. When you say
No.
you have an interesting perspective, and this has kind of come up a few other times on sex, and
Okay.
I'm curious, like, what that is. So you present this idea initially that, like, when you're having sex with somebody, it feels like you want to be in your zone 100%, no consideration, no worrying about what they're doing. And that even if you make it like 90% you and 10% them, that 10% space that you're creating for them becomes like 90% of what you're thinking about. And it kind of like ruins it. Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, just expand on that. I'm curious how you talk around that.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. I feel okay, so here's a story. When I was about 12, my new stepmother asked my father, "Did you ever have a sex talk with Max?" And my father said, "Max, make sure the woman comes first." That's our sex talk. And I was just raised in a very feminist, liberal environment with feminist, liberal parents. I was basically taught that
Well, okay. To be clear, that wasn't a very feminist slash liberal statement at all, but go ahead.
you don't think so?
Absolutely not.
How so?
There's maybe it's a phrasing issue, but there's a difference fundamentally in the approach to a sexual interaction where one is where you are concerned about the sexual gratification of your partner, and the other is I got to knock this shit out so that they feel like they got something from it like I did, right?
Oh, okay. I don't. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
My interpretation of what he meant, and this is also based on the rest of my life, is guys who just hump and then come and then fall asleep are pigs. You don't want to be a selfish asshole. You want to be a courteous, empathetic, adaptive lover who is going to satisfy his woman because that's what's important in bed.
Okay. I think that's like, I would say that's like level 3. We want to get one more level deeper, but that's okay. That's probably okay. Level 1 is
Well, yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck about my partner. Level
That's what I
2 is
want.
like, Level 2 is like, I'll make him come first at least. Level 3 is like, you want to be an attentive lover so that your partner's having a good time. I think ideally there's like a 4th level, maybe,
Okay.
where
What's
it's
that?
like, me and my partner are like in this mutual pursuit of gratification or trying to satisfy each other, and there's like an inherent or intrinsic enjoyment in that. So like if I'm with a partner that I really like, I'm not getting them off so that they're having a good time, or only so that like I'm making sure that like we're not uneven on orgasm counts, but because like I enjoy that experience too. Like I genuinely want them to be enjoying their time with me. That's not necessarily a thing that has to happen or whatever, but I guess, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that wanting can bleed into a feeling of responsibility.
Sure. which I don't think is a bad
And
thing, but
it can feel bad. So I mean, I've been saddled with this shit since I was 12. A feeling
isn't that
like,
like? Or go ahead.
like as a 12-year-old, it feels very weird to be told like your sexual fantasies that you have now are actually misogynistic, almost rape fantasies. With those fantasies you have where you're fucking somebody, yeah, that's not what sex should be like. You shouldn't be doing that. Sex should be you're twisting your wrists down so you can rub someone's clit while you're fucking them. That's what real sex is like. And like that's how my sex was for a long time. When I was 16, I was a very good little clit slave. And for a long time after that, and then I started like hating sex.
Yeah, I understand because it's you're talking about like this feeling where it's like there's some like set of actions that I have to perform that can sometimes suck, and it's like a lot to be thinking about the other person, and there's a big responsibility that goes on, and now we've kind of like sucked all the fun. Like I just want to throw some bitch over the couch and fuck her until yeah.
Yeah, I literally basically had never done that, except I had one girlfriend who didn't need any stimulation other than just me fucking her. And that was like very nice. But then after that, I didn't like really pick up on anything. I really liked having sex with her, but after that, I didn't really pick up on any. I didn't learn anything from that. So, yeah, and like this mirrored my feelings about relationships in general. Is that they're never for me. I feel like I'm always taking care of people, or historically, I always felt like that. That I'm always managing other people's feelings, and like everybody says I'm an empath, and I don't know if it's true, but I think possibly it is. Okay. But I think part of what's made me empathetic is just like being afraid of my parents, being afraid of what's going to happen if I don't manage their emotions. Sure. So just ever since I was a kid, I feel like I'm just tracking everybody's feelings and trying to keep them from fucking freaking out. And with Shaylin, I mean, she wants me to do that. She wants me to track her feelings. And I speak for both of us because she will not be making any public statements about this video or our relationship.
Sure. Gotcha.
Okay.
Damn, I really wanted to get both of you on here at one point, but okay. So I'll share my
her from the masses.
Yeah, I'll share my view on this, and then we'll see if we can find any commensurability between the two of our views. If there's any way we could relate these. Okay. So I would consider, I think for me, because I'm not a fighter generally, I don't get a lot of fist fights with people. Yeah. Sexual interactions with me are very unique in that you are sharing a very intimate space with somebody that ordinarily is respected in all other cases in life. You're never getting that close to somebody or being like manipulating somebody's body. This is like a very, very intimate thing, right? Maybe a doctor will do this in an exam, and even that can feel a little bit awkward. Like you're necessarily giving up a lot to allow somebody to do that. Their hands are in places that might make you uncomfortable. They have the potential to do a great deal of like physical or psychological damage to you. There's like a lot going on. I guess I feel like when I listen to you talk about sexual experiences, it sounds like there is this, you have 100 points of sex pleasure, and you're trying to divide this up between like man and woman. So like, even when you're getting 90 points of sex pleasure, if you have to give them 10, like that just, it fucks with your head, and it's like, fuck, I just want like to do the 100 points and be done with it, right? I want to have all of this like to myself so that I can enjoy this and then whatever. But I guess when I think of like sexual experiences, this is going to sound really religious in this terminology, but like I view this as like it's a union of two people creating one thing, and then in that one thing, in that shared space, like I think you can both pursue everything you want more or less, but you kind of have to be aware of what the other person is doing because it's a shared space. It's like when you fuse with the Patera earrings in DBZ and you become one body. There's like you're two people sharing a space, and you kind of have to figure out how to navigate that for the both of you, rather than like two individual entities that are just trying to get as much as they can without the other person fucking it up too much. Is I guess like the difference.
And you see my view of it as too like combative or too competitive.
I don't think that your view is necessarily bad, but I don't know if this ruins it for you, but it would have to be something that requires like a level of negotiation ahead of time.